Hello and welcome. My name is Jilna and I'm going to be guiding us through a few movement and meditation practices today. A bit about me. I've been practicing and teaching yoga for about 8 years now, and that kind of yoga has morphed into more movement as I draw on things like somatics, the Feldenkrais method, Qigong, and that informs the way that I work. Back in the early days, I was really concerned about things like cultural appropriation and all the debates around that in yoga, origins, authenticity. And as I worked in India alongside Dalit and Adivasi movements, that really informed my practice, and I learned more and more about the Hinduization of yoga, about more critical perspectives around caste, and I became more and more interested in how our movement and meditation practices can help us to tune in to our own knowing. So our whole lives we're taught to defer to others who supposedly know better than us and to conform to certain ways of being and moving and seeing. So my practice is embedded in this idea of deep listening to yourself. So that's the invitation that I offer you today. And with that, we're going to begin the session. I'm going to ring a singing bowl. So there's an invitation to close your eyes if that's comfortable for you, or if not, you can keep them open and your gaze soft. So just taking a moment wherever you are. There's an invitation to just listen to the sound of the bell until you can no longer hear it. And with that, I invite you to find your seat. So this is a seated practice. I'm sitting on a cushion, you can sit on a chair or on a sofa. So wherever you are, just finding a nice, comfortable place. Perhaps supported by cushions and blankets, whatever makes you feel the most comfortable. And again, there's an invitation if it's comfortable to close your eyes. If not, you can just keep them open. And as you sit, having that sense of connection of the sit bones with the surface underneath them, so this sense of grounding, earthing. And at the same time, having a felt sense of extension, uprightness through the spine. And with that sense of grounding and uprightness, just gently placing your hands on the rib cage and feeling the breath as it travels through you. So no need to do anything, just knowing that the breath will breathe you anyway. And when the mind's distracted, this placing of the hands on the rib cage can really help. We can tune into the felt sensation here, the rise and fall of the rib cage. And letting the hands gently fall away. We're going to bring the fingers up. Just give them a little wriggle, stretch them out a bit. And we're going to take them to the face. We begin by massaging the fleshy bits of the cheek. Allow the jaw to just drop. Often this is a site of a lot of tension. And then allow those fingers to travel maybe to the sides of the nose, applying some pressure, the eyebrows. We hold a lot of tension in the face. So just giving it some love and care. And notice if this feels a bit odd. It's not something that we tend to do so much. So perhaps having that orientation of pouring some love into the face. This can be a nice one to do just in the middle of the day. Okay, and letting the hands fall away. And from here now, just facing the palms up. We're going to inhale, bringing the arms up above the head. They might go all the way up, or they might come to rest on the head. So there's two options here. Breathing, that sense again of rooting and extension, a bit like a tree. And then from here, coming to lean into one side of the body, breathing into the side body here. And inhaling, coming back. Exhaling, coming to the other side. Notice if it feels different on this side. We're not symmetrical, and that's wonderful. We're not supposed to be. So just feeling into how it feels here. Inhale, coming back. Exhale. We're letting those hands come to rest. From here, taking the arms out to the side, so making a kind of T shape, and imagining that there's something really nice and furry at your fingertips that you just are trying to touch. So we've got this nice heart opener here, stretching, opening. And from here, we're going to fold one hand into the other hand, and we're going to kind of gently caress all the way up the length of the arm across the chest, coming back to the T shape. And then moving at the pace of your own breath, we're going to fold over to the other side. Notice how it feels to touch yourself like this. And seeing if there's the possibility to do this with even more softness and tenderness. And stopping at any point that you need to, if you just want to have a pause or a breath, so not waiting for permission. Always being guided by what feels good and right for you. And the next time you come to that T shape, staying here and letting the hands come to the side. We're just going to end with a short meditation, so an invitation to close the eyes. And allowing everything to be heavy. Knowing that the ground beneath you is supporting you. Allowing the breath to breathe you. Softening at the hands and the fingers, softening the belly. Knowing that there's nothing to do and no one to be right now.